Hey everybody, Nick DiVirgilio here. It's NAMM 2019 at Tama. This is John Palmer.
Hi, Nick.
Great to hang with you again, man.
Always good to see
It's
you.
always a pleasure. Now I have to say, Tama, am I wrong, is the only drum company at NAMM that's in the middle of the guitar area.
Yeah, I don't know if we're the only one, but we're definitely the biggest one.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's that way for a reason.
Yeah.
Tama's making great product. We had a great year with Tama in 2018. It's 2019 now, and we're going to just keep rising. Tama's making some fantastic drums. And we're going to start with this Star Bubinga right here. Tell us what's going on with Tama.
All right, Nick. Thank you very much. Sweetwater, how you doing? So, NAMM 2019 Star Bubinga with, this is an exotics, European exotics finish, European birch. It's very ornate. It's used in really high-end products. They use this it's a select forested area that grows this stuff. So we were able to get some really boutique wood. This is a Star Bubinga kit that's wrapped in the blue Viking finish, exotics, Scandinavian birch. So,
And that is a gorgeous drum kit.
there's like very few of these in the U.S.
Okay.
And you guys are getting one.
Nice.
The wood is really unique and special, and like we know that it's used in super like boutique high-end furniture.
Right.
So to be able to offer this ornate, Scandinavian birch, figured birch, it's pretty crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Where to next? All right, well, at SLP, we do a lot of great business with SLP. So many great products in the SLP line, from the snare drums to the kits. So what do we got going on here?
Thanks. Yeah, so you guys know the 8x14 SLP big black snare drum.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
great drum.
staple really for us, and yeah, really well received. So we thought, what if we made a drum set out of the same material? So it's a steel drum set. This is black steel with a beaded shell. It's 1 millimeter thick. So you think, oh, steel snare drums are really bright and cutting. So how about the drum set? It's actually super, super warm.
Okay.
We have wood hoops. They're birch hoops on the bass drum. Black nickel hardware over the 1 millimeter steel shell. This is a 16 by 22, 9 by 13, 16 by 16. It's going to be limited for this year. And again, there's limited in the USA. You guys are getting quite a few of these, so it should be very cool. But it's really big, warm, guttural sounds that are coming out of this drum set.
And I love the matte finish. What about the edges on a steel drum like this?
So they're the crimped over edge, basically. It's same as a snare drum. It's
Okay.
going to be, the edges are going to be very much the same as that on this.
It looks rock and roll.
We are rock and roll.
Very good.
Awesome.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Am I wrong, or does this look kind of like a swirly candy cane?
You can say that.
This is a great finish. What do we got going on here?
Thank you. So it is our red and white oyster. This is a premium Del Mar product. So it is a wrap finish. This is on our Star Classic maple drums. So all decked out in a very cool finish. I haven't seen anything else like this, really. It's pretty awesome. So die-cast tubes, of course, Star Classic maple sound. They sound great. We just thought we'd come up with something really cool on the finish side and just, scream that one, Tama.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
All right, let's keep going. All right, this looks pretty special. Dynasync pedal. I mean, Iron Cobras are great pedals. The Speed Cobra, a great pedal. Lots of very smooth action there. So this looks special. What's going on here?
So Dynasync is for dynamic synchronization. What you see here is a direct drive pedal from Tama, and we've been asked to make a direct drive pedal for years. So we've been doing a lot of research, and direct drive pedals are cool for metal players. Great. There is no lag in the direct, energy transfer. You don't have any sprockets that need to engage or anything. So that's the benefit. But we thought we could make one that really appeals to all styles of players. We did a lot of research. We did an intensive research with our artists, and we came up with some really cool features, like the Slidable Cam that allows the angle of the radius to change, which really affects the pedal feel.
And that's all right. I'm going to grab the mic from you.
Yeah.
That's all right here.
Yeah, so this is a slidable cam in here. This is our dual pole, dual hinge pole. So that allows for direct energy transfer, maximum energy transfer from the pedal to the beater. Most other pedals in the market are going to be just a single side, so there's a little bit of torque when you pull in there. So this gives just amazing power. So what we really went for on this is power, speed, and feel. And a lot of players love direct drive, but they're like, the feel just feels weird. So we wanted to give options on the slidable cam and the power and the feel to customize your feeling.
Yeah. Well, and I can also tell that it already has some typical things that we've seen before on Tama pedals. The way the spring attaches here, the way the the pedal will attach to your hoop.
That's right.
The spring underneath the foot pedal.
That's right.
There's a lot of typical things as well.
Yeah, so on Cobra pedals, of course, we took the best of the best, and we just said this works really well for us, so let's integrate it into our new Dynasync.
And what about the beater?
So the beater's a hard felt beater, and we just, again, we're going for like maximum punch on that. We experimented with different things, and we're like, let's just kind of make it cool, black, and classic, so that's what we did.
Very good. And it looks like you have a lot of people checking out the pedals here. You got a whole lineup of Dynasync pedals here for NAMM. And a bunch of drummers have been coming by and checking out the pedals, and it's very cool. All right, John, what do we got next?
So Superstar Classic Neo Mod, we're calling this. So this is a Superstar Classic, Superstar Classic kit. So that means maple shells, 100% maple shells, triple flange hoops, our Superstar Classic hardware. Now, we analyzed the drum market, what's been going on with compact kits. Fantastic idea. Drummers want a compact kit. But we, again, thought, like, those kits are cool, but let's make it sound a little fuller than what you get typically in a compact kit. We have a 10 by 20 inch bass drum, a 7 by 12 inch rack tom, and a 9 by 14 inch floor tom. Yeah, they're pretty shallow, but surprisingly, you're getting a big, warm, rich sound out of these. Are they as full-size drums? No, not quite, but they certainly bridge the gap. So super convenient, portable, easy to transport, and sound super good.
Pretty light to carry, I imagine.
Yeah, they're light to carry, and you can get carrying cases and just put them in there, and you're like a trip, and you're good.
All right, John, we're going to continue with the Superstar Classic theme here. Really cool looking kit. Give us some details on this drum set.
Yep. So Superstar Classic again, no spec changes, 100% maple shells. We went for a lace bark pine finish on this, so this is garnet lace bark pine. Gives you an exotic boutique look, affordable price point, great sounding drums. It's a really cool kit. It sounds fantastic. This is a big 7-piece kit that we're showing here. This will be available in our 22-inch bass configuration, 7-piece kit, and 5-piece kits.
I mean, it's a really sexy color. It's lush. It's dark. It's you can see the wood grain underneath. It's a nice piece here.
Thank you, Nick.
All right. What's next? All right, now we're in Star Classic Land.
Yeah.
Gorgeous looking kits.
Disneyland?
Well, you're close to Disneyland too. That's right across the street.
All right.
But I'm going to call this Star Classic Land. You can jump behind the kits and take a ride for sure. A musical ride. Great looking here, but what do you want to tell us about these drums?
Well, so these are really anticipated drum series for us. This is our replacement for Star Classic Performer BB, the Birch Bubinga kits. Really well received in the market, so the expectation level for the Walnut Birch, the new series, has been extraordinary, and we put a lot of scrutiny on the shell design and development. We listened to a plethora of different shell types. We ultimately got into a room and listened to many, many different shell types and thicknesses, wood types, and came up this WB Walnut Birch shell just kept coming and rising to the occasion. It's got big warmth, big depth, the brightness of the birch and the mid-range of the birch, and that walnut low end that's kind of growly. They're clear, but they have a little grit to them. So great separation, big punch, and I think very satisfying performance for this. We lacquer the inside of the walnut slightly, which we didn't do on the BBs. It's 2-ply interior walnut with a 4-ply exterior birch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of walnut in drums. I think it's a great tone wood. And these drums look fantastic. So you have, what's the color here? What are we looking at? Are we looking at a wrap? Or are we looking at lacquer?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes and yes and yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, let me run you down. Jade Silk. This is a wrap. This is a premium, Del Mar wrap. It's kind of retro looking. The next kit is their Phantasm Lacquer Oyster. That is actually a lacquer finish, a really proprietary.
So they are kind of giving you best of both worlds. If you want a wrap or lacquer, they're offering a lot of stuff.
Exactly, in many configurations. And then the kit in the end, of course, is a satin lacquer. So we have satin, we got gloss, we have wraps, we got it all.
Many choices. Yeah. All right, you have a ton of great looking snare drums here. I mean, Tama makes a lot of fantastic snare drums. We have a good selection at Sweetwater Studios that we use all the time. They're killer for recording and live. So let's run down some of these snares you got.
So yeah, we have artist drums in here that pay homage to our wonderful Tama artists. The new drums in our booth this year. This is our Metalworks series. So these are black on black. It's a 1mm steel shell with black hardware. We have a 5.5 by 14, 6.5 by 14, and a 5.5 by 10. Super accessible price points. They perform great. They sound great. It's a great secondary snare or a primary snare. Well, we love to make product that inspires drummers, so that's what we love to do. So if people love to play them, then I guess we're doing our job.
You bet. Right. Some more in the SLP line.
Yep. So this is a G maple with a G maple with a Mappa burl exterior with black nickel hardware. The G maple is a thicker shell, so this is a really thick shell. It definitely pops and bites, produces great volume, and again the Mappa burl finish is pretty boutique. Yeah. Good price point, fantastic sounding snare, really cuts through. And then we roll the next one over here, which is our Star Phonic copper drum. We haven't had a new Star Phonic drum in the line for a couple of years probably. So this copper shell is with a beaded copper shell, our Star Phonic hardware with the Freedom lug and the groove hoop, which really gives it like a nice open tone. You really hear the shell of the drum. And this is a 7x14 size, so really throaty. You can tune it down for some awesome meaty sounds or tune it up and you get a nice bite.
Right. And you know, I don't know if you talk about this much, but these groove hoops are cool for when you're changing the heads. I mean, it's easy to change a head with these grooves. If there's something there in that hardware, it's a good design.
Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. So the lug just pulls out, detunes, pulls out, and falls back. You don't have to take the whole thing out.
Right. And that, you know, it's one little convenience for drummers. It's good to have those kinds of things.
Nick, you're a man of knowledge.
I try to be. I do my best. What else you want to show us here?
The other ones are Star Reserve snare drums, so you know these are actually not new for us this year, but we just wanted to bring out our beautiful Star Reserve snare drums.
Which are nice high-end drums that are part of the Star line.
They are.
They're high-end for a reason.
That's right, and they're really unique. Each one is different and has a different sonic personality.
Cool.
They are ultra pro and aspirational, and they perform that way. I mean, we know because our artists are like, these are great drums.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, John, thanks so much for giving us the time here at the Tama booth. It's a loud NAMM show this year, so I salute you for hanging out for all of these days and taking the time to show us the great new Tama gear.
Thank you, Nick.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.